know how to make them stop and stare as I zone out. The clock ain't even handle me right now. Watching me, I go all out.
My social life, I don't think, has been hindered at all by like living here at Beckwood. Mainly, I usually hang out a lot with my PAs, and I've joined a couple clubs on campus as well. One of the things is that like the doors are locked, and like the other students that live in this dorm can't enter our floor, even though we can access their floors. So like that can hinder like social interaction with like other students, because like if we ever made friends with someone in the cafeteria, they wouldn't just be able to come back down here to our floor and like visit us. There's so many PAs that work here. I think there's over 80 different personal assistants, and a personal assistant is someone that helps us with our daily living tasks. So like getting out of bed, like going into bed, changing out of clothes, using the washroom, showering, you know, like little stuff like that that you guys wouldn't normally think about. I don't know, like having that pool of PAs usually helps out a lot. I know a lot of the students here sometimes like will just become really good friends with like their PAs. Usually I guess like that's the people also who like become the most open-minded, because like obviously they're working for you on a daily basis, and like they know, like they get to see you more as a person instead of just like a person in a wheelchair. Like they see beyond that. So then usually by hanging out with them, then you kind of start hanging out with their friends.
With PAs, it does help a lot. Like I made friends with like most of my PAs, and but I feel like the way they close off the dorm doesn't help at all. Like, I'm fine with being social. Like I make friends easily outside of Beckwood.
You know, Beckwood's really nice. It has a lot of really great services for people with disabilities. The thing about it is, though, is it's a dorm, and I'm a junior, and so as a junior, most of my junior friends are kind of outside the dorm system now. They have apartments. They have a little bit more responsibility, a little less, you know, they don't have to, they're not as tied to like the rule system, you know, the dorms, you know. And I kind of want to experience that, you know. Yes, you know, I would like to move out sometime, get my own apartments, be able to throw parties and invite people over whenever, you know. I think that would be fun.
I love eating out, so definitely I love going to restaurants. I do obviously prefer for restaurants to be accessible. Like I love eating Mexican food, so like Dos Reales, or going to like Mas Amigos, or like probably some of my favorite places. For bars at night, like I love Murphy's, it's super accessible. Legends, it's pretty accessible too, I started going there. Murphy's, I still like it because it's still pretty big, and I love their beer garden during the summer. I love like going to dance bars, but at the same time I love just like chill, sit down places. And I feel like a lot of the downtown bars offer that a lot more.
I have like a really active, normal social life. So I do pretty much everything any other college student does. I'll go to bars, I'll hang out with friends, go to movies, things like that. Just pretty basic stuff. Restaurants, I'll go anywhere. Bars, I go to Murphy's a lot. And like Legends or Joe's or Firehouse, anything. I go to Murphy's because it's kind of a laid-back atmosphere. Like a club. I like it's big, it's spacious, it's easy to get around in there.
I have a couple of friends who live on the third floor of an apartment on John Street, you know. And I've been there a few times, and they actually just, I go inside the doorway and park my chair by the stairs, and they, you know, tie it to the garage rack, and just carry me up the steps, you know. And they have a chair just for me with pillows laid out just the way I like them, you know. And it's like a desk chair, so it's got wheels, so you can wheel it around, you know. So we've done that a few times, that's fun.
I stopped going to because they're not as accessible. Oh yeah, Chipotle. Like I don't like the place. The first floor is big, but it's not that big, you know. So you can kind of be in the way of other people. I don't eat at Clybourne's either, just because I don't like that very small like entrance at the beginning. It's super narrow. I just hate being stuck like in the front. Like everyone's entering through there. It can get cold during the winter, or like too hot during the summer, or like people go to Clybourne's to dance. It's like more of like a dance bar. You're not just gonna like sit there awkwardly. I mean, technically, I guess they're accessible because I can enter the building, but I don't consider them accessible at all because there's like 5 or 6 stairs right away when you first enter, which like cuts your social interaction with other people right away.
You know, I'm not a huge fan of the Union. I like Bourne, but it's kind of expensive. And other than that, you know, they've got food machines that can use those. They've got like pool tables that can use those, DVR machines. Just I don't know. I guess I can go to play video games, but I can do that here. But I don't know. It's just not making a trip. Making a trip all the way across campus.
And in the summer, like when the back is open, but bars like Clyde's and Brothers are never accessible. So, you know, that's kind of annoying.
We used to do shows a lot. We're not so much jokes people anymore. It's just it's hard to like talk to people. I mean, there's an issue with communicating with people. You know, when you're in a wheelchair in a bar, like the really loud ones, it's really hard. So we have like quieter places like Legends, Tempe, stuff like that.
I can't go to most apartments on campus, which is really difficult because that's like the majority of what most undergrads do is go to parties.
Right.
So all my friends always ask me, hey, you know, come with them? I'm like, well, no, I can't. Is the party accessible? And the answer's always no. So, I mean, when it is, yeah, I'll go to a party, but yeah, that's not very common.
I feel like usually students, in the most part, or like the majority, like I feel like as a little kid, like when you see someone in a wheelchair, your parents like tell you not to look at them, not to point at them, not to ask them questions. So I feel like that stigma carries on to when you're an adult. So when you become older and you see someone in a wheelchair, you're still like in your mindset, you still have like the stigmatism of like, oh, I shouldn't look at them, I shouldn't point at them, I shouldn't go up to them and just like, I don't know, say random things to them. So in that aspect, I feel like it takes a little bit like more work to like break down that wall or barrier.
You know I know how to make them stop and stare as I zone out. The clock ain't even